should be about 24, you know, when you're supposed to be, you know, having the time of your life and figuring stuff out and everything's on a nice path.
Because it was a range of my life, but I would guess it was somewhere in like middle school all the way up into like my late 20s, early 30s.
I was 22 years old.
My consideration for suicide was almost 20 years. My first time that I considered suicide was at a super delicate age that I didn't know what suicide was. I was about 7 the first time that I considered it. 7, 8, I was definitely in elementary school. Elementary school was definitely the first time. Not so much in middle school. Maybe once in high school. And then 1.5 times in an adult. I say I have because I'm not really sure what would have happened. I didn't say I'm gonna kill myself. I said I'm tired and I wanted to just get away. Now what happened during that time, I don't know. But I was completely broken and I got tired. I was just tired. So I just wanted to go away.
A lot of stuff was going on at the time. You know, bouncing around from jobs because I got laid off and I couldn't find one right away. Things just weren't going right. And that was the first time I started hearing voices. So that kind of scared me a little bit. And they were saying stuff like, you don't really matter. You know, what's your purpose? Nobody cares. Why are you here? You're not needed. Well, you're needed, but not for what you think you're needed for. So, it just wasn't a good time.
It kind of started with low self-esteem. Just not feeling confident in myself, coupled with some things in my home situation. It wasn't I didn't have a terrible home life or whatever, but my mom and I lived with my grandmother, and my grandmother was not the nicest person all the time with her words, and I guess I was probably a sensitive child, and growing up as an only child, and just kind of teased, and just all those things coupled together just made me not really feel good about myself. And there were just times that I just felt like I just was not supposed to be here, and figured I would help that situation, get myself out.
I was in love with a person, a man, and I didn't love myself, and he wasn't respectful, he didn't love me, he was just the worst person in the world to have in my life.
I started getting molested by a female friend of mine, and it began to question my sexuality at 7. And I knew that it was girls and boys, not girls and girls. And so when I started getting molested, I started questioning, am I supposed to be a boy? Because only boys and girls do this. not girls and girls. And I started to not want to be a girl. I wanted to be a boy. And it quote unquote made sense because I like to wrestle. I like to ride my bike. I want to play dress up. I want to play football with the boys. So in my mind, I was confused. Later on, I just always felt alone. Kind of felt neglected. I was a loner for a really, really long time. And I was still searching for that loving feeling, and I didn't get that. Well, I didn't feel like I got it. Later, in my 20s, I don't think I ever truly got to that happy point.
Something that was popular at the time, cutting. It was one time I was driving and still feeling down in the dumps. And something said, if you'll just speed up a little bit and just let the car drift, it'll all be over. It's all good.
I would take a razor, not the just single blade, but out of my ignorance, a shaving razor, and I would just scrape my wrist. As an adult, I did consider just kind of running my car off of a bridge.
Pills. I tried. It didn't really work. And then I got to a point where I wanted something that was going to be fast and quick. So I bought a gun. And I considered it, but I felt like it would have been too much of a scene for anybody to walk into and find me in that state. So
I remember going into the room and counting the pills that were laid out on the desk. And so I started, and I remember them saying, she almost died. And I was like, cool. If she almost died by taking all these pills, then I'm gonna do this too. I considered cutting my wrist, but I didn't know how. So I watched TV and I listened to stories, and I would hear people say, you gotta do it the right way. If you don't do it the right way, it's not gonna work. So I found out what the right way was, and I would constantly look at my wrist on, all right, I already know how to do it. Just gotta know when to do it. The other method might have been driving my car and just hoping something happened. Yeah.
No. I don't want anybody to think I was crazy or hear voices.
As a child, sort of. I would tell my mom that I needed to talk to somebody, like a counselor or like a psychiatrist or whatever. No, I never talked to anybody about it, other than prayer.
I stayed away from everybody. I got tired of hiding bruises and making excuses. So I isolated myself from everybody. Like I stayed away from everybody. And at that point in our relationship, it had got to the point where my family was tired of me doing the back and forth. Like I would leave him alone and then come right back to him, and so they were kind of like, they were over it. So I think they really didn't really pay a lot of attention because I didn't show it and I wasn't around them.
Ironically, I would always write about leaving the earth. I would always write poems about how great heaven is and how much I wanted to be there. And I remember an incident where my mom found one of my letters in high school. And she took it as, oh, my daughter's a Christian. She was excited. She was like, oh, my daughter's a Christian. I'm looking like, no, that was a cry out. Like, I want to go with him like now. And then it was like a black people don't talk. They go to church. It's like, hey, I mean, I get that. I remember sliding down my kitchen wall like, I cannot take this anymore. And the only thing that stopped me was I saw a picture of my children on the refrigerator. And at like 3 in the morning, I started searching psychologists, therapists. And I was like, I gotta talk to somebody because something wrong.
Start to find purpose.
Primary reason, scared of going to hell. Just scared of going to hell. As an adult, it was because I had kids. And then I would think, well, what about my kids? You know, what example would that be to them? What would I miss out on in their life? And then that, just like, you know, I got my kids. You know, I can't do that. I can't be selfish and do that for my kids.
Even though I had lost faith, you know, you still have to, I still hear my grandma voice in the back of my head, like, you know, there is a heaven, there is a hell. So not knowing and not believing, still kind of confused. I didn't know what my fate would be. So like I think that's the thing that really stopped me. Like I can't leave this earth not knowing.
I want to go to hell. But if I didn't have a religion, if I didn't believe in God, I would have did it. Nothing else would have stopped me because I didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, forget this sometimes. Whatever happens, happens.
I know it doesn't seem that way, and I'm sure they've heard it so many times, but it does get better. Eventually it will, I promise. It will get better. Every time you decide to give up, just keep going, just a little bit more. As soon as you turn the corner, I promise, it'll get better.
Being around people, even though I don't have to talk to them, I don't have, you know, but just being out and just, I guess, like I say, seeing new things. Experiences, that's my passion. New experiences. I love experiences, new experiences, and just doing things. So I think embracing that and embracing my quirkiness, because I can be kind of odd sometimes, and but just accepting that and knowing that it's okay.
You jump through hurdles. It was a test. You go through things in your life in order to like, this is why this happened. This is why my faith is strong, because I can go through this and he's still there. He showed me, like, he gave me understanding.
Your life, no. Your life, yeah. I want you to live. I want you to enjoy life. I want you to be better. So if you feel like you don't want to live, why don't you want to live? let's figure that. Let's figure out why you feel that way, and then let's put a plan together to fix it. Cause it ain't gonna last. It'll get better. No, dope, yo. Now you can cut, even though you know I don't like saying that.